when women talk about elegance, you tend to think of the displays of labels, the displays of wealth, the clothing, the material things that you put on your body. But to me, elegance is self-awareness. So it's how you talk to others, how you show up in the world, how kind you are, how you treat others with compassion, with empathy. I think that's so important, and that really shows who you are on the inside. So to me, elegance is about self-awareness. It's about knowing who you are so that you can honor yourself in that way. I think elegance is also about your integrity, like what your beliefs are, how authentic you are, how aligned you are. And so once you know yourself in that way, you'll just show up very differently. Others will receive your energy and will receive you in a way that's more human. And I think that's what we're lacking also in this world, that humanity and that connection and grace. I think grace is so important when you are not reacting to something, you are responding to something or what happens externally in the world, because you can't control others, you can't control anything that happens. And when you show up with grace, that is true elegance. Something that I want to challenge women when it comes to elegance is also thinking about your integrity. So when you wear clothing, to me, it's important to be true to who you are and your beliefs. So for example, what I'm promoting now is about natural fibers, wearing things that resonate with your body, that are not going to restrict your body. I really want women to think about where the pieces come from, how they're made. Are they ethical? Are they conscious? Is there a social impact connected to the clothes, the watches, the shoes, the bags, the jewelry that they're wearing? I really think that's so important. So having that self-awareness and being true to your integrity is definitely elegance to me.
I can imagine that the understanding of elegance deepen or change throughout your life, because when we started in life, we think elegance is just how we wear. And from what you share, I can imagine how this has been really changed throughout what you experience in life. In a moment of challenge or pressure, how would you maintain grace and staying true to yourself?
Definitely nervous system regulation. I feel like all these years that I was more introspective, especially when I had a lot of challenges or mental health challenges, like everyone does, you get anxiety. And so knowing how to regulate your nervous system is so important. So I do a lot of mindfulness practices, especially meditation. I do breath work as well, and I'm a sound bath practitioner. So frequency and energy is so important to me, because all of us carry that in our bodies, and we can also transfer that energy onto someone else. And so not being reactive, I think, is so important, and knowing that you can be emotional, as I am a highly sensitive person, so I feel more deeply than the average person. However, not responding aggressively, not becoming violent, not losing your temper. To me, this is something that it's a practice, and when you learn how to control your breath, it's a lot more easier to know how to respond in that moment and how to respond with compassion, with kindness.
What quiet qualities do you admire most in women who carry themselves with elegance?
I also believe that women should be unapologetic about who they are. So I think women are very intelligent beings, and they have a powerful, instinctive, gut. And this is something that they can use, to guide them, because when you're attuned to your body, you can sense when something is off, when someone is uncomfortable, when someone is in pain, when someone is sad. And so when you're unapologetic about who you are, it shows. Like, if you are somebody who's empowering, you could be someone that is a force, you can be someone that's powerful, And women show up in the world in so many different ways, and everyone has a role and a part to play. And so mine is sensitivity. So that, to me, I'm very unapologetic about my sensitivities, and that's what makes me who I am, and that's what makes me good at what I do as well. And so I think that quality in a woman really just is something so beautiful to nurture and to nourish their unapologetic being.